What is gravy, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting our first proper challenge of the year. If you watched the 1 year on YouTube channel update video, I mentioned about doing a platinum A to Z, and that's what we're starting today. We are starting today with the first game, Assassin's Creed Origins. Between me and the platinum, there are 34 bronze, 15 silver, and 1 gold trophy. These are for finishing the main story, collecting all the collectibles, finding all the locations, leveling up, and a couple of fun yet possibly annoying miscellaneous ones. One really annoying RNG trophy. Let's get started, shall we? We kick things off by completing our first tomb, then followed that up soon after with some excellent deduction work. And before I knew it, we had our first story trophy. And that's the first chapter done. Well, that's the prologue finished anyway. Plenty more to go. At this point I was having fun being back in this world, feeding the local fauna, doing some side quests, and even playing chicken with some hippos. I then somehow lucked my way into one of the miscellaneous trophies, rode the last of the mounts for the Rider's License trophy, and unleashed my inner assassin to complete 10 stealth kills in a row. Soon after this, I completed the next set of main quests for the I'm Just Getting Started trophy, before heading over to the Hippodrome and nabbing 2 more miscellaneous trophies. Now it may seem like the trophies are coming in thick and fast, and they are, but trust me, the frequency drops significantly later on. But I wanted to get as many of the trophies out of the way as I could. Plus, some of them, like hitting level 20, crafting 20 items, or the Triathlete trophy, come naturally anyway. Following those, we took down our next target and completed our first mission as Aya to unlock the sea. Unfortunately, RNGesus decided to grace us with their divine blessing, and we unlocked the overheating trophy for witnessing a specific hallucination, which apparently brought out my inner Michael Myers. And bear in mind at this point I'm still trying to be a stealthy little archer, because this was absolutely not the case towards the end. The sheer number of forts, hideouts, outposts and camps that I had to fight my way through definitely took its toll on me. Anyway, I continued smashing out even more main quests, meaning I only had 4 story trophies left to obtain. So naturally I procrastinated as much as humanly possible before I even considered moving on. This procrastination also included doing the 2 arena trophies, as well as the second mandatory side quest. While we're on the subject, I've never understood why these 2 random quests are on the trophy list. What's so special about these farmers? After meditating on this for a while, I decided to take out my frustration on a random old lady, before beginning my Rocky style training regime to tackle the endgame. Seriously, I'm getting winded just watching this. At this point, the burnout stage was seriously starting to set in. I'd been clearing as much of the map as I could, but the Ubisoft formula is unforgiving in its pursuit to waste my time, and even though this is the shortest of the recent games, I was pretty close to losing my mind, or what's left of it anyway. But my mum didn't raise a quitter, so I powered through the final story missions and came out the other side. Broken, sure, but I got there. Okay, so we've finished the entire story. All that remains is a couple of miscellaneous trophies and then clearing everything on the map. Oh man, I forgot how long-winded these games actually are. Like, there's just so much stuff. Even this one's the like shortest of the 3. And there's still just so much stuff. Look at all these question marks. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's just so much just stuff around. Hopefully this won't take too long. Oh, how naive I was. I managed to get a whole 2 trophies done before potential disaster. Okay, so we're doing all of the locations. I've got it set to only show things I've not done. And we're up here in, I think, is it Cyretica? Well, it's on, yeah, it's close enough. We're at the aqueduct. And this chest, no matter where I position myself, will not let me open it. And if this doesn't fix itself, I cannot get the platinum. Naturally, I was at my wit's end at this point. Having put 40 hours into the game, I barely had the strength to drag myself to the finish line. However, as it turns out, I was just being dramatic. I reloaded the save and it did work. This left me with only one location left in the entire map, but before I did that, I still had one more miscellaneous trophy to unlock. Boom. It might sound simple enough, kill enemies by shooting oil jars with flaming arrows, but you have to do this 30 times, and even after finishing everything else on the map, I still had to grind this out, meaning a good half an hour of mindlessly beating up guards, placing jars next to them, and shooting. Not the worst, but I was so glad when it was over. There is only one thing, hopefully, that we need to do now in this game. And that should be all the way down here. All of this good stuff that I've done. Where are we? There we go. The final elephant camp. It's the one with 2. So that's going to be interesting. I can't remember anything about the fight. And we're still unarmed. That's not a good start. Seeing as we're now at the end, let's talk about the platinum. In the end, my total playtime was around 45 hours if we take into account the amount of idle time I had while looking at the guide. And as I alluded to earlier, I did really enjoy it in the beginning. This game was actually my very first platinum way back in 2018, so I did have some sort of nostalgia for it. If you can have nostalgia for a PS4 game, I don't know. And that definitely contributed to my enjoyment in those early stages, but if there's one inevitability in life, it's that a Ubisoft game will outstay its welcome. Ever since doing the Valhalla Platinum, I've sworn off playing these games, with the exception of Black Flag, because pirates. If I wanted an open world map clearing experience, then there's plenty of other games I'd rather play. The combat here is fine, if not a bit janky, but having to go through each of the locations, some of which are massive forts with 30 plus enemies inside them, is in my opinion the definition of tedium. If you want my advice, just play Ghost of Tsushima instead. That's it. Old habits, that's all of the locations. How do they fall? That's for the 2 elephants. And there is the platinum. Woof! Come on, boys. A to Z, number 1, is done. I kind of regret picking this as the first one, but, you know, what are you going to do, eh? Woo! So, that is the first letter in our Platinum A to Z done. No time wasting, straight into the next letter. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the like button. If you're new, consider subscribing. And if you want to stay up to date, make sure to ding that notification bell. If you're not sure what to watch next, I highly recommend this video right here. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I shall catch you guys next time.